Hey girl, welcome to another episode of the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. This is Stef Gass coming at you hot on this amazing summer day. Got an iced coffee in front of me, also a seltzer water and a bottled water. Not sure what is wrong with me. I just drink so many beverages when I'm podcasting, which is hilarious because I just talk the whole time and don't drink them. Oh, beverage problems. Anyway, today we are chatting having a godly mindset and a positive perspective, especially when it comes to adversity. I think you're really going to enjoy this episode because I can tell you what, when it rains, it pours. And having a godly perspective and a faith-driven mindset will help you deal with it. And I'm going to take you through all the stuff that's happened to us recently and kind of how I was able to harness my mindset around it. And then this episode is going to link with the next episode, episode 80, which is miracles, literal God miracles and opening up for abundance. You're going to love it. Let's dig in. What's up, Mama Boss? Welcome back to the Mompreneur Mastermind Show. I'm Stephanie Gass, success strategist and passive income queen creator. If you're ready to step into your God-led potential, create profit from your passions, and capture the success that is already yours, this podcast was made for you. As always, you can find out more and connect with me over at stephaniegass.com. So grab that cup of coffee or fill up that glass of wine and let's dig into today's show. Mama, did you know that we can work together? Yeah, you and me, us, friends, girl bosses, queens, we can literally work together. And I have so many options for you, starting with completely free webinar trainings. I have 4 of them. I also have products starting at $9 if budget is an issue for you, all the way to my elite entrepreneur private one-on-one coaching packages. Whatever your little heart desires, wherever you are in your business, I have a solution for you. I want you to go to stephaniegass.com/work with me and see which option would be right for you. And if you're not sure, book a completely free 15-minute consultation call right there on that same page of my website. I can't wait to help you leap into your own potential. Okay. Let's talk about having a godly mindset and faithful energy because I get it. Like life can throw some curveballs at you, girl. And it seems like, I don't know how you feel. I feel like when it rains, it pours. When one thing happens, I'm like bracing myself for impact. Like, oh, here's some turbulence. I'm waiting for the airplane to crash up in here. Like when you get it, you better get ready because you're really going to get it. Do you guys feel that way? So recently we've been through it. Like there's just been all this stuff thrown at us, and it's been really important for me to maintain this godly mindset and this faithful energy because I have the choice. Right? I control the energy that I put out into the world. I control the thoughts that I allow to live in my subconscious. I control my choices. I control my words. And because I have so much control over these things, I almost have this huge level of power over the direction of my life. And I know that if I go into a negative headspace, I'm going to create a massive barricade in the direction of my life, in the abundance that God is trying to provide me. I'm blocking abundance. I'm blocking my own happiness, my own worth. And then I start to create a ripple because if I let one situation come at me, I let it get me down. I let it create negative self-talk and all the limiting beliefs that will creep in. I know that that's going to set me back in a really big way. And then that ripple affects all of you because I'm not showing up at my best. It affects my kids because I'm stressed out. I'm frustrated. It affects my health because I've got headaches. I'm stressed eating. I'm probably not working out. I'm not feeling my best. And it just is this downward spiral. So here's what happened with us recently. So you guys heard my episode on my course, Podcast Pro University, launched this course. And then someone else that's bajillion times bigger than me in this space launched a similar product that just hers is just like a simple how-to, like something you can find on YouTube, but it's a fraction of the price. And it made me, for a minute feel really unworthy. I felt like I was just beaten down with a stick. Like, oh, you think you finally got a leg up? Haha, like watch this, sister. And I had to control my mindset around that. I could have chosen to dig myself into a black hole, anger, frustration, but I decided to have faithful energy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to feel this for a minute. I'm going to release it. And if you guys haven't heard that episode yet, go listen to it because I'm not going to dig into the whole what happened here, but I talk about it. It's the disciplining the disappointment episode. And I decided to have a godly mindset because I know every situation, even if it's hard, even if it feels like the world is, slapping me around, it's on purpose. So I literally prayed for her course and I said, God, whatever's next, show me. Like, I know that you had me in this situation, in this moment for a reason. And a lot of times I think God is preparing us and God is teaching us lessons that we can grow from and that we can take to either help others or preparing us for a higher level of our own lives, a higher level of our business. Maybe emotionally, he's strengthening us. Okay. So I was like, thank you, God, whatever this situation is meant to teach me, I'm ready. And then I put back on my positive big girl pants and I got my positive energy ready to go. And I had faith in the situation. So then not even a week later, okay, we have this crazy hailstorm. And I think I've mentioned this on this podcast, but I'm talking, y'all, golf ball sized hail, just that came out of nowhere. It was like kind of sprinkling. And my husband is working in the garage and he is a project master. He's always working on something. We have a 3-car garage and we can never park in it because my husband has some kind of project going on, which is great because he's so creative and amazing, but it's also not great because I want to park in my garage. So I hear the car alarms start going off. And so I run outside and I'm like, holy smokes, like it's hailing. Like, look at the hail. Get my car in. And I'm like, hurry up. So I'm like throwing boxes out of the way, moving wood out of the way. And he hops in my car. He has to use a plastic barricade because the hail is coming down so hard. Like it could have knocked him out, you guys. Put this plastic barricade over his head, got into my car. He had like bruises on his arms. That's how hard it was coming down. He like 4-wheels my car into the garage. And that hailstorm lasted about 2 minutes, but it was too late. When it subsided and we emerged to see the damage, my brand new, not even 4 or 5 month old brand new car that I waited so long to get, dented all 4 sides. The hood is fully dented in. I mean, the sides are dented in. The roof rack has scratches all over it. Then we go to the camper, all 4 sides, big, massive dents. There's holes in the vent on the roof. Then we go to my husband's truck, dented, all of it. Then the roof starts leaking. And like, I had my moment. I had 10 to 30 seconds of like, no. And it was a little bit of anger towards my husband because I felt like you should have seen the hail was starting and got my car in, but you kept working on your project. Like, what's wrong with you? But I decided not to vocalize that because girls, you pick your battles. And if I was sitting out there, I potentially could have made the same mistake. And I just decided I'm going to release this. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have a godly mindset, faithful energy, whatever God wanted this hailstorm for on top of my home. That's cool. Like, I'm going to have this faithful energy. And we're still in this process right now, but it really looks like we're going to come out on top. And I'm actually, next episode, you're going to hear about the miracles that happen because of your faithful, godly mindset and this positive energy. So I just decided I'm going to have this happy vibration about this whole situation. And it was overwhelming too, because it's like, I don't know how to do all these different claims and I don't know the process and I'm so busy. And are you serious? Like, I don't want to deal with this right now. But again, pulled up the big girl pants and I just got on the phone and said, show me how to fix this situation, right? Got all the different claims I needed to get, handled it. I was super kind to everyone that I was on the phone with. I asked for advice. I showed up to different adjustments, even when they were inconvenient, because I knew God's got something up his sleeve here. Like I'm pretty sure, actually I am sure, because every time I'm feeling like I'm in this dark situation or something hard just came about, there's always a light at the end of that tunnel every single time, even if it's not imminent right in that moment. Because I wasn't sure. I felt like, gosh, we're going to pay all these deductibles. We're going to be $5,000 out of pocket. This is just like, I wasn't sure if that was what was going to happen or not. But I will tell you, God had bundled up an amazing miracle inside of that hailstorm. And I actually think, because I always pray to God to surprise me. I'm like, surprise me, Lord. Thank you for your favor. Thank you for your continued provision. Surprise me. And the most incredible miracles will show up really unexpectedly, which you have to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, do it right now because you don't want to miss the continuation of this episode, which is the miracle episode that's next. So God had packaged up a really cool miracle inside of this hailstorm. And I'm excited to share that with you guys in the next episode. And then I can't make this stuff up, y'all. It continues. Like right before all this happened, our 15-foot trampoline we have a lot of wind because we live in the mountain range right outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is beautiful. But we have these windstorms that get crazy. And this windstorm came and picked up our 15-foot trampoline and it flew like, I don't know, half of a football field away and crashed into the neighbor's yard and broke their $500 umbrella. The trampoline was like trashed as well. We were like, oh no, we're going to have to buy a new one. This was like a $500 trampoline. But I said, I'm going to have a godly mindset. I'm going to have faithful energy. I'm going to just trust this moment. And you know what? That all fully worked out. We actually ended up getting from the supplier replacement parts for like under $100. And they shipped them from China for free overnight. Like talk about when you have an abundant mindset, things always work out. They always work out every single time. And then this other one is super fun. My husband was sitting on the couch, had his cell phone there, and he put, where you put your feet up, like the recliner out, and we heard this massive crunch. And his phone got crunched in the recliner, like the metal part of the recliner, fully crunched. And we had just replaced my phone, which had just broken and, upgraded to the iPhone XR. That was an extra $30 a month. But again, I was like, you know what? Cool. Like, it's cool. Like, you have a choice, right? You can get all bent out of shape. Oh man, this phone broke and we can't afford to fix all this stuff. And why is everything breaking? And I hate my life and I'm so stressed out. And now I have a migraine and my eye is twitching. I'm going to eat this entire bag of Fritos in the pantry right now, followed by some chocolate chip ice cream, because that doesn't sound horrible to me, but it doesn't sound healthy to me. And it doesn't sound like a godly, faithful mindset. And come on, like, is that going to help anything in the situation? Because you guys, whatever happens, it happens. You can't control, acts of God and weather and wind and accidents that happen. Like in the past, I've had my son spill an entire iced drink on my laptop, the whole thing. And it's funny because I've taught myself, I just have such a complete peace about me when anything like that happens, where other people would get so mad and they would freak out and they would let their minds spiral out of control and they would overthink all of the things that could happen. I'm gonna have to replace this. My computer's not working. I have all of these things hanging over my head. And they're mad at their kid and all this stuff. I'm just like, it's all good. Turned off the computer, Googled it on my phone, put it upside down, covered it in rice. Like Google said, Google knows best. And I was like, whatever. Like if the computer is broken, God will provide me a new one. It's fine. My son didn't mean to do it. I'm not going to scream at him. That's not benefiting anyone. That's not helping the situation at all, And I've trained myself to just be super peaceful, regardless of what life throws at me, because in the big scheme of things, God's got this. And if you have this faithful energy and this expectant, positive heart surrounding anything that happens to you, there's almost always a miracle hidden inside those moments. And it's a beautiful thing when you can let go of this earthly desire to control everything and that anger or frustration that happens when things don't go your way. Here's another one. And this one comes back to me because when it rains, it pours is not just about your external circumstance. It's also about what you're allowing to happen inside of you. So you guys know I've been on this big health journey for, I don't know, a year and a half or so, 2 years maybe. And when I got to my like goal health levels, the goals I had set for myself as far as fat percentage in my body, I had set a goal related to like how many times I was going to work out, my endurance, that type of stuff. Once I hit that goal, all of a sudden I was like, okay, well, I guess I can just coast. And then summer hit us and we were doing camping trips and cabin trips and traveling and barbecues. And I have struggled with having self-control when I get in those situations. I want to just have fun, and like old Stephanie will creep in and be like, well, you already ate the carbs, so binge eat everything. Like it's your chance, it's your day, do it. And I have this struggle that I'm working on of self-control and accepting that all food is okay if I'm craving it and if it's going to nourish and bring me joy and lift my soul up and light me up, but that I don't need to go off the deep end. So I had recommitted again to my health because I just don't feel good when I'm eating grains and sugar. I feel bloated. I feel inflamed. My face is really puffy. My body doesn't operate at its highest capacity unless I am eating a lot of healthy fats, fiber, greens, and protein. Like I am a well-oiled machine when I'm eating properly for my body and my mind. And I can tell almost within 24 hours. Like I just feel so incredible. So anyways, long story short, I've recommitted to my health again. And 8 days into it, fell off the wagon again, right? Now, you get to choose your reaction to any situation. I could have easily said, well, I obviously can't control myself. So I quit. I'm done. I'm mad at myself. I feel ugly. I feel fat. I feel bloated. This sucks. Hand me the next pizza. But instead, I choose a godly mindset and faithful energy. And in this situation, because it was my own weakness that allowed me to kind of fall off the wagon. And there's a difference between giving yourself permission and saying, I'm craving something and I'm going to allow myself to have this because it's bringing me joy. Like, let's get real. I live in New Mexico and I need a good solid breakfast burrito at least once every 2 weeks. Like, just don't get it twisted. But there's a difference between allowing myself to completely let go and making excuses for why that behavior is okay. And so what I did for this one is I said, I'm going to have a godly mindset and a faithful, happy energy about this and say, Steph, you are human. Like it is okay, but you've got to fix this because you can't operate at your greatest level. You can't serve the millions of women that you have been created to serve if you are not taking your health and wellness seriously. And so I started to pray and I was like, God, please help me stay faithful to my health. God, remind me that my wellness, my energy is one of the most important components of me showing up for your mission, for your call on my life. And this idea was planted in my head to ask myself every day before I put something into my mouth, does this food or beverage nourish my body, give me energy, and bring me joy? If the answer is no, I'm not going to eat it. And also to remind myself every morning that I am my healthiest, most energetic self. And I'm so excited to fuel my body in the right way every day. So I've been practicing that. And do you guys think that if I had reacted in a hateful, angry, resentful fashion towards myself, I would have gotten to this place? No, I would just still be eating pizza in the corner. Like, I don't actually eat on the floor. I don't know why I always say that. Actually, I lie. When I was like 13 years old, my mom's boyfriend at the time came home and I was sitting on her kitchen floor just eating chips. He was like, why are you eating chips down there? I'm like, I don't know. And I think there's just always been this stigma or shame around eating all of these carby foods for me that come from childhood. So it's funny that my mind always goes there. Like, you're going to hide and eat the Cheetos in the closet. Even though I don't do that, I just sit there at the counter and eat the Cheetos. But regardless, the point is, look at every situation, whether it's you've fallen off in your business. You didn't treat the client the way they should be treated. You yelled at your children. You're mad at yourself for something. You're feeling guilty, whether it's external and beyond your control. You got in a car accident. The wind blew your trampoline 20 million feet away into somebody else's house and burned it down. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? Life is life. There's hard, there's good, there's bad, there's easy, there's fun, there's not fun. There are emotions you're going to go through. There are roller coaster rides that you're going to be on. You choose how to handle it. You get to choose. And I challenge you to take yourself every time. Take yourself away from the situation for just about 30 seconds so that you can feel it. Don't react yet. Don't react. Feel it. Then say, choose to look at it, react in it, speak about it in a godly, faithful, positive way. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what God has wrapped up in this, seeming catastrophe, but I'm so excited to see God surprise me with your miracles. And at first I was really scared to say that because it's hard for me to relinquish control. But as soon as I started praying that, God, show me your surprises. I'm ready. Like I'm here for it. Like I'm all yours. Surprise me, God. And I stopped asking him for abundance and started saying thank you for that continued abundance because God always is ready to give it. We are just blocking it. All of the miracles that you could possibly imagine started to appear. And next week, I'm going to share with you all of the miracles that have happened in my life in the last 12 months, and your mind is going to be blown. And I know for a fact it's directly correlated to having this godly mindset and this happy, faithful energy surrounding any situation and every situation, and forgiving myself when I don't have that perspective and reminding myself to get there, praying on it, feeling into it, and claiming that power because I get to choose how I react. I get to choose the direction of my life. I get to choose how I handle every single situation. And so do you, my friend. I pray over you right now. Hear me, sis. I pray that if you need to open your heart and mind to positive energy, that you allow God to put it inside of you right here and now. I pray that if you are angry, resentful, if you are feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and super reactive every time the world throws something at you, that you recognize it as a potential miracle waiting to happen. I challenge you to say thank you the next time something hard happens to you and ask God to show you the miracle that he has hidden behind that one thing that you just faced. Trust him. Trust that every little thing coming your way is there for a reason and a bigger story is unfolding before you if you let go and let God. I can't wait to show you all the miracles that this has created in my life and me letting go, showing up for God, letting him work through me has just abundantly manifested in a bajillion ways. And I'm excited to share those with you so that you can feel that same Holy Spirit move in your life. I'll see you next time. As always, love and light, Stef.
If you like Mama Soul, leave a review. Pretty please.
Hey Mama, real quick before you go, if you found value in today's podcast and you learned something new, take a screenshot for me, post it up in your Instagram stories, and be sure to tag me because together we can empower, educate, and shift the way that mamas look at life because, sister friend, we actually can have it all. Let's claim it.